how much money do you need to spend to find a good mountain bike? We've come to the woods today to ride a few bikes, see if you can find a bike costing between £1,000 and £1,600 that's good fun. We've got a Giant Stance, Scott Genius 750 and a Kona Precept. It's 3 bikes. Can you have a good time on those 3 bikes?
3 bikes.
3 bikes.
There's only 2 of us.
Hang on. I knew I'd left a marketing person in the back from the last test.
Going on.
So, the bikes. I'm on a Kona Precept, just over £1,000 at £1,099.99. Air RockShox XC30, 9-speed Shimano drivetrain. Basically, it mirrors the much more expensive Process family, just sort of in a more affordable package. I definitely think this is a contender for best in test, so I'm really looking forward to riding this. Mark?
So I'm on the Giant Stance today, which is Giant's entry-level full suspension bike to trail riding. It's 120mm fore and aft suspension, but it doesn't have Maestro suspension on this. It's its little brother called FlexPoint, which it's done to bring it into a sort of cycle scheme price point. It's 9-speed, not 10-speed like the others. I think it's going to be one of the biggest selling full suspensions we do this year because of that price point.
So I'm on the Scott Genius 750, which is Scott's sort of entry level Genius. It's got all the main components of the Genius, so unlike the other 2, which are trying to be something else, mine's the real deal. So yeah, it's got 10 speed, adjustable bottom bracket. It's the best we've got here.
Right, let's do some riding, see the trailhead. One thing when I jumped on this bike is I was always prepared to make allowances for it because of how much it costs. But riding it, I don't need to do that. It feels really well put together. Rides like a much more expensive bike.
So I'm riding the Scott Genius. I mean, as soon as you get on this bike, everything feels right. You feel like you're at home. You've got nice wide bars. You can get your torso over it and really, you know, get into those corners.
Although it's not Maestro suspension, it's pretty effective when you're pedaling. It's no lockout on the rear can, but the shock does a pretty nice job.
So having spent some time on the Process, the bigger brother to the Precept, you can really see the similarities there. The geometry is pretty much the same really, so you can, as the bike starts to pick up speed, you can feel maybe the limitations of the shock and the fork. But that said, it copes admirably well with 90% of what you can throw at it. I'm really enjoying this bike. I was just saying, Mark, I'm really enjoying this. It's such a good fun bike. Everything about it, you can tell it just feels like a modern trail bike you could really sort of get at home on riding. It hides the fact it's not much more than £1,000 very well. What do you think to yours?
I like it. For £1,000, it rides really well. The geometry's nice. It's comfy, but it's quite snappy.
Yeah.
You can sort of throw it into the corners a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Enjoying the Genius?
Love it. I know it's a bit more expensive than both of your 2, but well worth the money in my opinion.
This is the first time I've ridden a 27 in a long time, wheel size, and you can tell it's just that sort of short rear end and the smaller wheels does make it really, really snappy. You don't feel overbiked, it feels like you're on the right bike for the job. Right, let's go do some riding.
I'm going to feel that.
Alright, I think the biggest surprise today is how capable each of these bikes each of these bikes were. I mean, it's £1,000 or thereabouts. It's impressive the Precept, I spent the bulk of the day on the Precepts, and I really enjoyed it. It's a relatively short travel, 120 mil, but it felt so much fun. It's difficult to say why. I mean, fun. It's hard to quantify, isn't it?
It does feel more than 120 travel.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
I mean, the Genius is interesting because that's out of the three, that's the longest travel bike. But I mean, we tried it in the short setting with the high BB and the steeper head angle, and it felt probably perfect for around here. But you can imagine going to Wales, the Peak District, swapping that chip out, and it's sort of coming into its own. So you do feel that you get probably a little bit more than you do with the other two bikes.
Yeah, I thought with the longer travel, it just really adapts nicely to any trail around you.
Yeah.
So you just get that adaptability with it, which
A bit more potential than the other two bikes.
And it is the best spec here.
It is, but it's £600 more than the Giant.
And I think that's the big thing with the Giant, is it's £1,000 for a 120 travel bike with
like proper kit on it.
Yeah,
as well.
with proper kit, and it's the frame as well. Giant make a good Alux frame. It handles well. It feels nice. You could put any shock in that. You could put any wheel on it. You could put any drivetrain on it. It'd still feel
like a Giant. Yeah.
chuckable.
but £600 more, you've got the whole package.
Yeah.
You know, it's there.
As well, we say that the upgradability and the future-proofness of the bikes is good as well. I mean, you've got look at the Kona there. You've got internal routing for a reverb, a dropper post.
Yeah, it's reverb routing on the Giant as well.
Integral headset, a head tube as well. It's just it is a proper bike, and I came into today thinking, can you get a bike that's a credible trail bike for the money that these three are? And I think the answer is definitely yes.
I don't think if you rocked up at Kamek Chase on any of them, I don't think anybody's going to do any sneering.
No, certainly not. Right, it's time.
Let's go get warm,
See.
boys.